Hey everybody, thanks for joining us tonight here on Channel 27 in Albuquerque, the 8-count boxing hour back on the air for you. And tonight we've got hopefully a pretty good show. We've got some professional boxing for you featuring two of Albuquerque's favorite professional boxers. A couple of up-and-coming guys. We have Andres Fernandez from Albuquerque, formerly from Mexico. In fact, he was a national amateur star in Mexico, now fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to take a look at Andres in his fourth professional fight, where he took on Roberto Romero from Los Lunas, New Mexico. Roberto with a record of 4-1 as a professional, and he'll hook up with Andres Fernandez in action coming to you from Tingley Coliseum. Also on the same card, we've got a heavyweight bout for you. We've got Aaron Conway, Aaron with a record of 1-2. He'll be taking on an undefeated up-and-comer also, Tom Martin. Tom with a record of 3-0, and I believe that bout is scheduled for 4. We'll go to that action for you. And then in our main event, we'll take a look at Santa Fe, New Mexico's Chris Linson Jr. And this was Chris's 5th professional fight. He took on Jaime Bretado, and we'll take a look at that action. Also coming to you from Tingley Coliseum. These bouts coming to you courtesy of my good friends at Top Rank Incorporated. So without further ado, let's go to the boxing action right here on the 8-count boxing hour.
Introducing the Conquistadores. First in the red corner, he hails from Los Lunas, New Mexico. He's wearing the all-purple trunks. He has a professional record of 4 wins with 1 loss. Roberto Romero. His opponent, weighing in 124.5 pounds. He's also wearing the purple trunks with the yellow trim. He hails from the beautiful city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He has a professional record of 2 wins, 1 loss with 1 knockout from Chavez Karate, Andres Fernandez. 4 super bantamweights.
We're just about ready to get underway now with this action. This is Roberto Romero, record of 4-1, taking on Andres Fernandez. Andres out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And he's a guy to keep your eye on. I've been told a lot of good things about Andres. He was a good amateur. In fact, he was an outstanding amateur fighting on the Mexican national team. Fought in the Pan Am Games and has a lot of good amateur experience. Right now he's under the tutelage of Melchor Chavez and being promoted by Lenny Fresquez. Andres with a record of 2-1. Lost his pro debut in Los Angeles on a decision. Since then has rolled off 2 victories, and he's here in search of his 3rd victory. His opponent, Roberto Romero, across the way now. In the red shoes, both men wearing purple trunks, so Roberto Romero is the man with the red shoes. Record of 4-1 out of Los Lunas, New Mexico. So kind of an interstate rivalry here between these two. We're just underway, round 1. Dan Cisneros at ringside. Professional boxing coming to you from Tingley Coliseum here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Andres Fernandez is considered pretty much of an offensive fighter. Not considered as a big knockout puncher in the amateurs, but he has shown some good pop, good power in his punches as a professional. Romero now ties Andres up, kind of drove him back. Here comes Andres Fernandez. Roberto Romero holds on again. Mike Sanchez tells him to quit the holding. And now Andres Fernandez comes in with a nice 1-2 combination. And that right hand got home, and Roberto Romero kind of fell back into the ropes. I think Romero's trying to keep a close distance, doesn't want to get caught on the end of one of those Andres Fernandez punches. Again, you see Andres come with a double left hand to the body and then comes back to the head. Nice move there by Andres Fernandez. Again, Andres coming in with the jab right hand. Romero now catches Andres Fernandez coming in with a left hand to the head. Nice body shot by Fernandez. Andres really enjoys living in Albuquerque right now. Again, Fernandez moving in behind his hands, letting the punches lead the way. Roberto Romero in a bit of a defensive mode so far. You see him holding on again, trying to stop the attack of Andres Fernandez. Fernandez is a pretty aggressive fighter. If he goes anywhere, it'll be mostly on his aggression. He will get in there and mix it up with you. The crowd just now coming in, starting to fill up Tingley Coliseum. Of course, this is the undercard of Johnny Tapia and Adonis Cruz. And they're expecting close to a packed house here at Tingley Coliseum. Again, Andres Fernandez in full control. He's been the aggressor. He's been the man making the fight, coming forward and punching, doing almost all of the scoring. And now Romero with a couple of left hands. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here on the 8-Count Boxing Hour. We have a good night of boxing lined up for you. A little later on, we'll be seeing Chris Linson in action. Again, Fernandez now, and he has Romero a little bit hurt. Romero kind of buckled, kind of sat on the ropes there, and then he got up and grabbed, and he's been surviving by holding kind of the Bone Crusher Smith School of Boxing for Roberto Romero out of Los Lunas. And that ends the first round of action. So a good opening round. I think Andres Fernandez in full control of that one. As we look into the corner now of Roberto Romero. Inspector Russell Mora keeping an eye on things on the outside of the ropes there. And trainer Ariel Conde kind of checking out the round card girl there. Good opening round for Andres Fernandez. He was in full control. He landed some heavy shots. And Roberto Romero is going to have to open up here with a little bit of offense. He's not going to win the fight with those kind of rounds. Kind of defensive now. We'll see if he was just kind of figuring things out or if he's maybe just a bit outclassed by Andres Fernandez. And these are featherweights now, 126-pound limit. Round 2 underway. The 8-Count Boxing Hour. Andres Fernandez and Roberto Romero opening things up here. Dan Cisneros at ringside, bringing you the action of the Duke City. And now Romero trying to use some counter shots and catch Fernandez coming in. That'd probably be a good move for Romero if he could do it, but Andres is just a little bit too strong, a little bit too skilled for this man. Andres is coming forward, and Romero seems like he could catch Andres coming in, but so far not able to do that. And Andres Fernandez pretty well just dictating and doing what he wants to do.
Oh, come on, this guy don't want to fight, man.
You hear the voice of trainer Melchor Chavez saying this guy doesn't want to fight, and it sure looks that way. Andres Fernandez in full control right now. Again, Romero just holding on, and Fernandez now tries to make him break loose, and the referee calls time. And a point taken away from Roberto Romero for holding. So referee Mike Sanchez has tried to warn this guy to quit the holding and get in there and box. So a point taken from Romero now. So he's way behind here only in the second round. He lost the opening round, and now he gets a point taken away, plus losing this round. He's in a he's in a heck of a spot right now. He's going to have to. Oh, he needs to open up, but it's Andres Fernandez now who opens up. Andres unleashes a flurry of shots here. And Romero just in desperation, hanging on for his life, trying to stop Andres from attacking him. Again, Romero just holding on. This man doesn't even want to fight. Oh, and he tries a big overhand right and didn't come close to connecting on Andres Fernandez. Again, Fernandez with that jab right hand, just marching right in with that jab right hand. And Andres Fernandez, again, in complete control of this one. There's a nice left hand to the body now by Andres Fernandez. Again, a little dig to the body with a right hand. Andres just trying to get this guy to let loose. Let go of me and let's box. Romero with a nice little body shot, but Andres catches him with a body shot. Andres Fernandez with a nice body shot, and down goes Roberto Romero. He's not getting up. This guy's hurt bad. Andres caught him with a nice straight shot to the body, sunk it, and Roberto Romero is done for the night. So a nice victory here before a pretty good-sized crowd for Andres Fernandez. That will move his record to 3-1 now, with all 3 wins coming by way of knockout. And the ring doctor, Dr. Edwin Cruz, taking a look at Romero. That body shot just froze this man, just took it all out of him, and he went down, and he just now gets back to his feet. So they're going to sit him on the stool a bit and take a look at him. So let's go to ring announcer Mike Adams.
At 2:21 of round number 2, winner by knockout.